Okay, B'siyata Dishmaya, we are continuing our chavura, our weekly chavura in Korva Nafshi, the amazing book from the tzaddik, Rav Avram Tzvi Kluger. And this shur is Leilu Nishmat, the tzaddik, Rabbi Elazar ben Rabbi Meir, Zecher Tzaddik Kadosh Livracha, the grandson of the Baba Sali, and the son of Baba Meir, who was an amazing tzaddik, known for his sanctity and his holiness and his pureness and his guarding of his eyes. Just to give a little story, there's a rabbi here that a lot of us know here in Tzfat, Reb Hanania from the Alshech. Reb Hanania, that was his tzaddik when he was alive, and he would go to him all the time. From Tzfat all the way to Beersheba with buses, one bus each way, once a day. It's about a 6-hour travel back then. What takes you now like 3 hours in a car, 2.5 hours in a car. Back then it used to take you 6-7 hours in a bus, no AC, all the way into the desert. And he would go all the way there because his wife would send him to ask one question. He would get into the waiting room and he would be sweating bullets from pachad, from fear of having to go into one of the biggest tzadikim in the world. He would open the door, walk in, and the Rav would tell him the answer without him opening his mouth, and then he had to go right back out of the office and go back and wait for a bus all the way back to Tzfat. Didn't even get to say a word, and the answer was already clear, precise. There's a person that we live with. You can go to a shul right now and ask him these stories. He has many of them like this with his tzaddik, and that's one of them. So B'ezrat Hashem, Zecher Tzaddik Kadosh Livracha, and B'ezrat Hashem, I know he's doing Yeshuot right now for us, because we're living through it, and we're all witnesses of right now what's going on. People went to go daven by his kever for us a few days ago, and already on his Ilula, the miracles are happening. It's a clear sign, clear sign. Another person in Tzfat was also, they went to go pray for him at the kever of the Baba Elazar this week, and last night on the Ilula he found his apartment in Tzfat for him to be able to make Aliyah. Yeshua came on the Ilula and the Tefillah happened there. So B'ezrat Hashem, there's Yeshuot going on. We just have to know, we have to connect to the tzadikim, and thank God, that's why we have a whole shir going on it on my channel as well, how to connect to tzadikim and why we need to do that, and why we need to have a Rav that we go to for advice and we connect to living ones and the ones that are buried and in the upper worlds. B'ezrat Hashem. Today we're going to be learning about the pain of the pure neshama. The pain of a pure neshama. B'ezrat Hashem. Rav Kluger has been taking us on an amazing journey, and we've been learning about the ups and downs of making peace between soul, mind, and body. And this chapter is going to take it deeper. B'ezrat Hashem. Nahi tkufa shel reshit. It's very nice, the beginning period. Animshechet kivrat derech nikeret. It's already now, it's bringing down from a familiar path. Notel hasichli kol ha'ara kedosha hamushpat min haneshama. The mind is taking any kind of light it can get, holy light that's being brought down from the neshama. Umiyashva b'safa sichlit al lev hachiyuni. And starts to settle it on a nice, accepted language on the heart, right, of the body. The process is going, the progression of the information is coming down right. Ad ki sameach la'ashir et tzfat ha'maaseh shu ragil ba. Until he feels even happy, right, to expand on that language, to be able to say it in different ways, right, to translate godliness. The brain is having fun taking these deep ideas and breaking it down for the body, helping to download these lights. O az mosif hachiyuni litalot el neshama. Then also the body makes an effort to ascend towards the neshama, la'amod aliyah u'lesharta, to stand there, to serve it, lekabel emena mita'ama b'nichocha k'chol asher yaskil, to receive whatever taste, whatever fragrances I can get from the neshama. The body wants it. The body wants it. And neshama achen mitratza u'mitpayeset lo. The neshama is happy, making peace. There's yichud, right? There's unity. Ula'iro et mitziyut Hashem itbarach kefi da'ato. According to the ability of the neshama, it wants to give over the light and the reality of Hashem in this world. Me'achar shematza bo ratzon tov kli lekabel. Now the neshama sees, okay, the body is playing along. The body wants to receive. So let's give as much as we can. You're playing along, you're showing up, you're doing the things that need to be done in order to grow as a person. Here's boosts from heaven. Heavenly boosts. Fragrances, good feelings, good energies. Akol lichora tov ve'yafeh. Everything is good and great. Ulam ein dat haneshama nocha. the mind of the neshama, the consciousness of the neshama, is not settled. V'kedushata ki rabba, chashe shekayemet kan kemin choma daka. The neshama is so holy and so pure and loves expansion so much that it senses there's a thin wall here. There's still a blockage. There's still an obstacle. There's still something holding us back. Tzlula ke'anan. It's clear, like see-through, almost like a cloud, right? Uchanit, shkufa, unekiya. It's spiritual. It's see-through. It's transparent. It's clean. Achotzetzet beina leven achiyuni. There's this thin membrane, this thin spiritual klipa, so to say, this wall, this layer between the neshama and the body. Umonato milklitat or Hashem yitbarach. That's preventing the body from really absorbing and really downloading Hashem's light. It's very hard to explain this to others. Et mahuta shel chomat arafel zo. The essence, the definition, what is exactly the meaning, the core of this fog. Shein ba shrachurit zakai ach mafrida. It's not black, it's not dark, it's not necessarily negative. It's pure, it's clear, it's see-through, but it's still separating. Ananim dakim v'chomot zakim. Very fine clouds, very pure walls. Chotzitzim liitim yoter mikol. Sometimes they are what separate more than anything, because they're not seen. You don't see the wall that when it's see-through. You don't realize how far you are, right? And that you have to make a step, you have to do something. You think everything's okay, there's this thin membrane holding you back from really the Kedusha getting into you, from really changing you. That when you learn Torah, it does something to you. There's this thin membrane, but it's so hard because you don't see thin membranes. You don't see thin walls that appear like it's nearly not there. It's a holy thing too, it's not necessarily bad, but what is it? Lo tomar, lo tedaber, there's nothing to say. Et lachashot. It's time to feel. Et lo ded ata et achiyuni arach. Now is not the time to bring up the problem. The neshama finally has the body playing along. Don't now go and do some kind of more criticism or something. What's this thin membrane you still have left? What's going on here? The time now is to give the pat on the back to the body and say, Kol hakavod, good job. Chasmi lo ochicho, God forbid to rebuke it. The body's already on the path of the just. It's already feeling from the light, the radiant light of the neshama. It's no longer just indulging in this world all the time, trying to be focused in this world. It's closer to the light. Noteh elatov, it's leaning and it's inclined towards good. וגם רצון שבו נעשה יפה ומעודן יותר. The inner wills are also becoming elevated, they're becoming better. Used to want to go to the club and now I want to go to shul. I used to listen to that music, now I listen to this music. Why? Not because I force myself, I actually want to listen to better things. I want to be surrounded by better people. I want to hear better things, I want to do better things. My actual will is changing. אך הנשמה שמקורה זך ותואר עליון, the neshama that is from such a lofty, pure, spiritual place, מכירה שלא לזאת יקרא אורה, knows that this cannot be called light. יש ניחוח אחר להשראת השם יתברך בקדושתה, וניחוח זה עודנו חסר ונהדר. There's a whole other level. There's another fragrance. There's a different level, and that level is still lacking. Right? So yes, the body is playing along. We're doing good. It's working. On the other hand, the neshama is conscious and aware that there's still what to be done. There's still levels of consciousness that we haven't reached. Yodat eitev et shemo umauto shel arafel haruchani zeh. The neshama knows exactly what is the name and what is the essence of this arafel, this fog that's still there, blocking the body from really absorbing the messages. ברור לה מקרוב מיהו זה ואיזה הוא. Then the neshama knows very well, very well, closely, who is it, what's its name, what's it doing. אשר אכן מקרב רחוקים בנועם, אך גם עלול לרחק קרובים. This thin layer that we're talking about has the ability to bring in people that are far away very nicely, but it can push people that are close away. It's like the paraduma in a sense. For those that are far, it's attractive. For those that are in, it starts to be what pushes them away. ברם כובשת הנשמה את כאבה, חושקת פיה ואינה אומרת מאומה. The neshama, because it's conscious of this, because it knows so well, but it knows also now that the body's playing along, so it stays quiet. It's not the time to give rebuke right now. It's not the time to rock the boat. We have someone playing along. There's someone receiving the light. Let's just keep it going that way. Let's not rebuke right now. There's infinite levels of growth. But right now, we're working. It works. Let's go. מנסה עד היכן שידם הגעת להאיר קרני אור שיש בכוחם לחדור מבעד לאותה חומה דקה ונקייה, צולה וחוצצת. The neshama has the ability, as much as it can, to send its hand in, to send this, as far as it can, to send this light from Shamayim down, as much as it can to break through this wall, this thin, clear, pure, clean wall. But it's still a wall, it's a chatzitza still, it's still separating. והחיוני מקבלם ושמח בהם. The body is like, yes, thank you. Pizza, godly experiences, lofty things in physical experiences, yes, please. אינו יודע שאינם כי אם פירורים דקים. They don't know that these are just, the body doesn't get that these are just crumbs. The neshama has the ability to send down nuclear power, and all it's able to do now, because the body finally wants to receive and accept, but there's still a membrane, there's still a wall, all it's able to get is breadcrumbs, so to say, of godly lights. אינו מעלה על דעתו שיכול היה אילו זכה לקבל אור בטהרתו וטרם בא לידי כך. The body doesn't get that it's able to receive full level light on the highest level, and it still hasn't reached that level. But it doesn't even understand that, wow, I could be tapping into way more than breadcrumbs. כי עסוק במושכלות ושמח בהם יותר על המידה. The body is just happy that it's growing. It's happy that it's going from level to level. כמתאפס על סולם לעלות אל העלייה. Like a person climbing a ladder to get to the upper levels, to get to the next level. ומאחר שנהנה מיפיו של סולם, because the ladder, the staircase is so beautiful, the elevator is so beautiful, נותר עליו ואינו עולה הלאה. He just wants to stay on the staircase. He's just trying to stay in the elevator because the elevator was so amazing, forgetting that the elevator is meant to take you to another level. And you're meant to step out of the elevator. You're meant to get out and go into the world. It's not always just about ascension. משתעשע בחבל נאה ומפורר שנשתלשל אל בורו כדי להעלותו לרוממו. You're, so to say, like blown away by the rope that was sent down into the pit to save you. You don't get that the rope was sent down to get you out the pit, but you're not even trying to get out the pit because you're like, wow, look, there's a rope. Meaning, all you got was a breadcrumb of salvation, and you don't realize that every single day you could live in that level of alignment. But we all seek little highs of it, little, wow, God spoke to me, Hashem showed up in my life. You could have that all day long. Your neshama could bring down that light on you all day long. And we're all just happy getting by with a rope pulling us out of a pit. I always get reminded of it, and now I'm getting reminded of it again. In 3 weeks as well. With Moshe here, Moshe is the one that showed me. The Lubavitcher Rebbe said we should all be screaming to the heavens that we are not okay in Galut anymore. We want Geula. We want redemption. Because that's how it's meant to be. Right now, any experience we're having is a little rope pulling us out of a pit. That's not how life's meant to be. Life is meant to be geula. Life is meant to be God consciousness, connection, clarity, in eating, in learning, in working out, in everything you're doing, in business. And we keep getting by just with a little bit. Another tzaddik also, like the Yanuka says, stop praying for parnasah. Stop praying to be able to pay your bills and get out of debt. Pray for wealth. There's wealth in the heavens waiting for anybody who wants it. Just start focusing on that and not getting by. We don't want to be getting by anymore. It's not spiritually and not physically. You're happy with the rope as if you've already reached the goal, as if you're out of the pit already. There's a nice weaving that's happening right now between the body and the soul. Right? It's working, we're meshing, they're listening, it's okay. At least you want to hold on to the rope. At least you realize there's a rope. At least you're getting it. Klomar, meaning tzirufan, yachad la'asot kli mekabel min Hashem yitbarach. What does it mean to weave? What does it mean to sew? We're sewing them together to become one unit, one vessel to receive from Hashem. Liyased lo dira betachtonim neshama beguf. To set the foundation for a dwelling place for Hashem in the lower realms, meaning a soul in a body. Kasher nitava yitbarach. It's exactly how Hashem desired it to be. Hashem wanted a place to dwell down here. That means that your body and your soul are fused together. And if you read the Derech Hashem of the Ramchal says this outright in Derech Hashem. Hashem created the world that the body and the soul would unify and elevate to Dveikut for eternity. Once Adam sinned and the snake made his blemish, the body is no longer on the level that it can actually complete it in one shot. So it has to go through the process of dying and coming back, and the soul goes up to the world of Olam HaNeshamot, the body goes to the grave, goes through a rectification, and then they reunify, and then hopefully at one point they'll be able to ascend together. But the goal was that the soul and the body unite in this world and ascend together. And it's still going to happen, it's just going to take a couple thousand years. We're nearly there, we're nearly done. נתברך השידוך הזה בשדכן רוחני נעלה, חבל נאה מפואר, סולם יפה. The shidduch, right, has the most amazing shadchan. The match has the best matchmaker. Who's the matchmaker? It's the rope, right? This beautiful rope, this beautiful ladder, this beautiful way of understanding how to ascend in Avodat Hashem. אשר אכן עד באור Until this ladder was there, it was awkward, it was a problem, it was a balagan. Gabe, if you don't mind moving a little bit, just so I can see Yechezkel's beautiful face, brother. Thank you, Achi. מאחר שיפה כוחו לקרב משפיע על מקבלו, לעלות מבור ולהגביה מטפס, אכן ראוי לו שיטול שכרו. And since he did such a good job of helping to make that connection, right? The ladder, the rope itself deserves the reward. It deserves a reward. It deserves an outcome for being such a good tool to reunify between the soul and the body. אלא שכל שדכן נזכר והולך לו. A shadchan, what do you pay a matchmaker for? To make one match and to move on. You don't need them. Make the match, well, I'll get married and I'll be married to her. You carry on your life. I'll pay you your wage and move on. מניח לבית הצדדים להתרצות אלו לאלו. Right? The shadchan makes the match and then steps out the picture, and now you guys make it up. You guys make the relationship. בלי שימשיך לעמוד באמצע, without staying in the middle. ואילו כאן, but here, נטוע אוהלו הקבוע של השדכן. This is where the permanent tent of the shadchan needs to stay. In this case, between the body and the soul, the shadchan needs to stay there. Mamash ben הצדדים, mediator, in the middle between the two sides. נעשה לענן דק וערפל נקי החוצץ. It becomes this fine membrane, this thin wall, this clean, pure. It's not a negative thing, but it's there. What's stopping the body from completely absorbing godly light? This thin, thin, thin wall. What's it called? We've been talking about it for a long time. Sichri, the mind. Sichli shmo, u'mechila mikvodo. Rav Kluger says, with all due respect, we call him the mind. We also, with all due respect, call him this thin wall, this thin membrane that's stopping the body from actually getting all the godliness to get absorbed in it. So it's the bridge, so to say, it's the needle sewing the thing together, stitching the two together, meaning the soul and the body, right? But it can't step out, it can't leave. It's constantly sewing. There's no end to how much you sew the body and the mind together, the body and the soul together. And unlike another shadchan who makes a match and steps out the picture and lets you go by it yourself, the brain's job is to constantly always be the mediator between the two sides. Nachutzu me'od is very much needed. Biladav lo yaleh achili leneshama. Without the mind, there's no way the body would ever make it up to the soul level. Ach mi she'aleu kvar. But since now it's already been ascended, the body is working with the neshama. Ana yevio ata ela yichud hashalem ima neshama. Now we want to bring it to a complete yichud with the neshama. We want to make it that the brain doesn't become a block, doesn't become a wall that separates between the pratim of bina and the neshama lights of keter, like we're learning from the Shpoile Zeder and Reb Nachman with Joey Rosenfeld, right? We don't want the brain, the level of chokhmah that says everything is elokut, everything is good, to diminish the level of lights that are coming down to the pratim, to the details of the body, to the lived experience. And we don't want the lived experience to take us away from the neshama, the God consciousness. Ela Dveikut Torah, to pure Dveikut, to pure connection. Ela yira, bitul, itmimut. Right? To awe of Hashem, to bitul to Hashem, nullifying yourself to Hashem, to simplicity, to pureness, to innocence with Hashem. Azoch hanizgav shelemala me'avana tam v'dat. The purity that is above any level of human comprehension and reason. Hen ela, ele mahuta shel neshama. That is the essence of the neshama. Matai kvar yaleh hasichli machiyoni ke'achad. When will it come? When will the time come when the brain and the body unify themselves and elevate up to the level of the neshama? Bevitul kol hasichliim, with nullification of all the levels of intellect and understanding. Beshiflut berech unikiyut levav, with, so to say, bent knees, in submission, right? And with a clean heart. Lidavka benikudat emet hagvoha mikol, to cling, to attach myself like glue to the highest level of inner truth possible. Kecheter hagvoha mina chokhma va'bina shebemoach, like the keter, like the crown that is higher than the levels of understanding and higher than the levels of knowledge and wisdom. It sits on the head, the crown, right? The neshama is above the mind and the body. But we want to unify them. We want to get them both together. Right brain, left brain, to serve what's above the brain, right? Heart and mind, body, heart and mind, body and mind, however you want to call it. To unify those two, this world aspects, like we learned about, right? The neshama is from a whole different place. Chelek eloal mimamal mamash. But your mind and your body, not your physical brain and your physical body, the soul that powers the mind and the body is a this world soul. It's still from the confines of this world of creation. It's not infinite like the neshama. Those two souls we want to elevate to the point where they're unified, serving the neshama, serving God's purpose in this world, to bring those lights down here. How much pain? How much pain? שחולפים זמנים ותקופות והחיוני טרם מבין שכבר הגיע עת לעבור מן המפתן אל הטרקלין. There's times where the body hasn't understood yet. It's time to get past the entry. Get in. Start the process. Get in the corridor. There's places to go. You have to step inside already. מן ההבנה השכלית אל מה שלמעלה ממנה. From the brain understanding to what's above it. Go past the opening. Go deeper than what you think you understand. He doesn't even think that he's still outside, that he still hasn't gotten out of the pit. It's just the rope you're excited about. There's more. Get out of the pit. Start living life. Move forward in life. Live with this knowledge. רק הולך ומחכים מיום אל יום, מוסיף דת ומתהלך בהתבוננות בענייני אמת ואמונה העומדים ברומו של העולם. Goes from day to day, learning more and more, learning about things that stand on the pinnacle of the world, as we learned about this morning in the Gemara. אך נאחז בהם ונעצר בהתפעמות. But he holds on to them and he gets stuck there, blown away at this lofty idea. Wow! Startled. ולא ללך שבי אחר קדושתם העליונה המטה את הנפש כלפי מעלה. Not to go what's behind those ideas. What's behind all of that? That's the purity that's trying to take you to the level of a neshama where those ideas came from. It's trying to take you to that level of alignment. It's not just another cute idea that you heard. It's not just another nice dvort. Nice, that was cute what you said. There is enough godliness behind every single Dvar Torah in this world to change a person completely. If you would only believe in it. And sometimes we feel like these Divrei Torah, these beautiful stories, it's like this rope taking me out of my pit. I was falling to a Yehush, or someone threw me a rope. Feels good? It's breadcrumbs. It's breadcrumbs. We can live a life of this. We can live a life of alignment. That every second is that. And not because it's nice makifim, ideas out there like we learned about a few classes ago in Korva and Nafshi. It's such a faraway idea that it's like I nearly don't have a relationship with it. I feel this light and it gets me excited, and then Shabbat ends and I'm back in Saturday night blues. After Avdallah, after Milav and Malka, then what? I feel like I've been stripped naked. Why? Can't we download what was behind the Shabbat? It felt good for those 25 hours, but it felt good in order to do something more for your body and your mind. To make your body and mind more aligned with what they're meant to be doing 24/7, not just when the high comes. But that's only found in the light of Keter, beyond the fine details of the halacha, and beyond the amazing, delightful lights of Chokhmah. Oneg Shabbat and all of the tefillot of Shabbat. Yes, you can check all the V's of Shabbat, and you can enjoy the experience of Shabbat. If on Motzei Shabbat you don't tap into the light that was beyond that in order to download it and integrate it back down into your body, so then, so to say, that Shabbat was great for those 25 hours and it was done. It stopped then. It didn't do anything. לעשותה בעלת תחנונים כעני ואביון אשר אין לו מדילי מאומה. להופכה אשת חיל עטרת בעלה השם יתברך כלבנה המקבלת מן החמה כדוד המלך אשר כל ימיו תפילה ושפך שיח. You make it your life, you daven for this. It becomes everything that matters to you. David HaMelech, look at his 150 Psalms. What mattered to David HaMelech? Kiyuvat Elokim li tov. I want to be close to God. Okay, so this one's coming at me. Hashem, I need you. Okay, I came up with this beautiful tefillah. I made this yichud. I met this person. I connected to Shmuel and Navi. This thing happened for me. I became king. I conquered this land. Why? What's it all for? To teach me more about you. To teach me more about you. To teach me more about you. I teach my fingers how to go to war, David HaMelech says, right? Your fingers, your body. But where did he get the knowledge to teach his fingers what to do? Where did the strategies come down so that when you need to apply a strategy, meaning your fingers need to go to war in this world, where did that information come from? Where did the inspiration come from? Where are you ever going to pull power in order to do the right thing from? It's only from the neshama. It's only from something that's way beyond understanding. That's called emunah. If you know it, it's still in your mind you know it. If you understand it, it's in your brain you understand it. That's still creation. The change, the transformation, the life that changes everything, that comes from a place that's beyond your understanding. And it trickles and it becomes more levels of understanding, and then you get new levels of makifim, and you get new things that you pull life from. That's the process of life, but we have to also trickle it down and make it real. By way of these, right, we have to get beyond these ideas, but it's because of these ideas we get closer and closer each time. The Dvar Torah does bring you closer. אך אינו שם אל לב כי עודנו נוטה כלפי עצמו ולא כלפי קונו. You don't get that you're still taking it for yourself and you haven't realized that it's not making you inclined towards Hashem. Right? I learned something. I'm going to do it. But it's meant to make your mind stop thinking about you and think more about Hashem. Every Torah, every tefillah is oradat mochin, is downloading more intellect of what? That God is behind everything, that I need to connect to God, that I need to think about God. ואילו מתרחש הדבר בתקופה ראשונה או הסמוכות לה, ניחא. ברם עד מתי? מתי יקרא כבר קריאת שמע של שחרית? מתי יכיר בין תכלת ללבן? מתי ישתמש בכל אשר ישכיל לעשות בטל אל האור? ולו לשעה אחת יפה בתפילה ותחנונים. When? It's great. This happens in the beginning. You start to do tshuva, or you were off the path for a while, now you want to put effort in your avodat Hashem. So yeah, in the beginning, okay, nice dvar Torah, it gives you the energy, it picked you out of the bowl, you're excited about the rope. Great, nice. After a while, it's meant to make you into a creature of bitul, where you nullify yourself towards Hashem, and you start to think, what does Hashem want? What does Hashem need? What does Hashem get out of this? Not me. And you ask the question, he brings it here. When is the time going to come where I'm going to read Shema of Shacharit? When am I going to be able to differentiate between Lavan and Tchelet? Lavan is everything in this world, right? But why is it that in all of our tzitziot, we have majority white strings, and we have to have, the Torah says, a blue string? What's the blue string for? It's called Tchelet, it's not called Kachol. Tchelet comes from the word Tachlit, Tachles. What's the purpose of life? Look at all the white, right? Look at everything that's just white. And don't forget the Tchelet that reminds you of the sea, that reminds you of the sky, that reminds you of Kisei HaKavod, which is where Tzfat is. Reminds you that there's a purpose, and that's why our city is painted in this color. Tzfat is blue everywhere you go, because here you should be in a mindset of thinking about what is the purpose. Like Reb Nachman says in Torah 18, the Torah of life, Torah Chai, Hayom Chaiti Chaim Tovim. Today I lived a good life. Why, he says? Because he knew the tachlit, he knew what the purpose of that day was. I missed the bus, and because I missed the bus, then I missed that appointment, and because I missed the appointment, it actually worked out better, because that one was able to join me in the appointment, and then we made more money, but you connected the dots, and you got, what was the tachlit, what was the purpose of everything? Why did it take so long to this? Why was it so quick? You understand the purpose, you're living a good life. As long as you're not focused on the purpose, and you're not seeking out what the purpose is, and there's always a purpose to the purpose of the purpose. You build a house, why? What's the purpose of building a house? Rav Nachman says, to sleep in it, to rest in it. What's the purpose of resting? To have power to serve Hashem. What's the purpose of serving Hashem? To get to Olam Haba. What's the purpose of Olam Haba? To know more of Hashem, to be close to Hashem. There's a purpose and a purpose of everything. But if we lose track of that purpose, so then we get caught up in the white noise, right? The lavan. We need to focus on the tchelet. יש בה בנשמה מידות השם יתברך שערך אפיים הוא. Inside of our neshama, we have the midot of Hashem, we have patience, we have tolerance, we have mercy, we have different things that Hashem has. מושלת ברוחה, אין אסתר מגדת, right? She rules over her power. Esther went in to Achashverosh's house and didn't tell anybody she was a Jew. She kept secrets. She was able to hold things back. סמוכה ובטוחה בהשם יתברך שעוד יוציא מעשה כפיו לאורה של ממש. She's 100% certain that Hashem will reveal the light, will bring salvation. Or pnei melech chaim, the life of a living king. הדחי עושה את שלה ומייחלת במסתרים לעת נכונה כי תבוא. You do you, like Esther did her, right? She did what she had to do, and you just wait quietly for Hashem to do him. You have to show up, Hashem will bring the salvation, you have to go through the process, you have to make the peace between the soul, mind, and body. Hashem will bring it. כמו הד מרומים, הומה בת קולה ומתחננת כלפי השכלי והחיוני. It's like this echo that's coming out from the heavens, from the highs, right? This bat kol, this voice that's calling out and just begging the mind and the body. Simu lev el neshama, pay attention to your neshama, pay attention to your soul. L'shem shavo v'achlama. All of the all of the jewels, the gems that were on the foot of the Kohen, these radiating lights, this light that came out, there's lights inside the neshama. And if you focus on it, L'Shem Shevo ve'Achlama, right? Those are the three names of those stones that were on the breastplate of the Kohen. But Simu Lev El HaNeshama, pay attention to the Neshama. Neshama is Shem, Hashem as well, right? L'Shem Shevo, the name that's inside your Neshama, ve'Achlama, and then you'll get healing. Your healing, Achlama, in Hebrew means to heal. Your healing can come from paying attention, L'Shem Shevo, to the name that's inside. What's the name inside? The name that's inside of you. You have Hashem inside of you. Pay more attention to the messages that are coming down, the calling that's coming down there. You bring Achlama. It's just a chidush that came to me just looking at the words. And that light is like the light of the sun. It's the light of Ta'anug, the light of Chokhmah, like Reb Nachman calls the sun, and all throughout Likutei Moran. It's the Ta'anug on Hashem, seeing the godliness behind everything, being connected to the point. Shivatayim ke'or ha'boker. It's 70 times the light of the morning. It's going to be so much more powerful when you have it. Ve'achayu ha'aniyah. Yechida tama u'nikiya. Ve'asher nafsho lo chiya. Ech yizkeh le'or ha'boker. We're all yearning for this. How are we going to get to that light of clarity, that light of the morning where Kriyat Shema Shacharit, where you can tell the difference between the darkness and the day already. You're starting to recognize your friend from Dalet Amod. Things start to become clear. We're all waiting to get there. B'ezrat Hashem, we're going to continue learning, obviously, on that. We're done for today. And B'ezrat Hashem, thank you to everybody. I want to say a special thank you. There's a special neshama across the world by the name of Miriam. This lady Miriam, who watches our classes and is connected and invested in everything we do here in Sha'ar HaYichud and in Tzfat, has been supporting the efforts that we had, raising money for the soldiers and for the families in Tzfat. Last night I got to a place where I was very broken, financial issues and different things that are going on. And while I'm on my couch talking to my wife about whether I should stop teaching and stop hosting Shabbat meals and just cut back, if I did less, I would save more money. This place has rent. I host meals for a ton of people. That also costs more money, right? Food for 2 is not the same as food for 12. Maybe if I just didn't do all of this, I would have what I need to get by every month. And my wife was telling me I'm wrong and that I need to keep doing it. And I went to sleep with like chizuk, strength from my wife, and like my wife telling me, no, you're doing the right thing, I'm with you, I support you, let's keep going. We should host, we have to keep doing it, don't give up. And I wake up to news that thousands of dollars have been raised for me overnight. And I'm extremely grateful to Miriam and to everybody else that donated and everybody else that's participated in this. Also spiritually, I have a friend here, Moshe, that I told the guys, some of the guys already that were here in the beginning, but we say it again for the camera as well, that Moshe went to go daven by the tziyun of a tzaddik that today is his Ilula, Baba Elazar, who was the grandson of the Baba Sali, and the son of Rabbi Meir, Baba Meir. This was an amazing tzaddik known for his holiness and his sanctity, and his yirat shamayim and his awe of Hashem. And my dear friend Moshe went to go daven for me there. And on the night that his celebration of his life started, right, I found myself in a dark place. And I woke up to salvation on the same day. And I woke up, I came to shul, I wasn't in the best mood, but I said I'm going to put in my effort in Avodat Hashem, I got to do what I have to do. And I got to lead davening, and the tefillah came out clean as possible. Clean as possible. You feel the whole entire day being blessed. And the power of the tzadikim is a real thing, and we have gratitude to them, to those that are in the ground and those that are walking on it, those in the high places and those in the low places. We're grateful for all of the work that they've done for all thousands of years we've been on this earth fighting to reveal Emunah in the world. We're grateful to Hashem Yitbarach that He gave us tzadikim in every single generation. And we're grateful that we have friends, right? Like Reb Nachman says, sometimes when your heart gets broken, you have to figure out, what is it that I need? Do I need to talk to a friend and get the unique point that he has in him that I can't get, that will ignite my point? Do I need to talk to a rabbi, tzaddik, go to a person that's much higher than me to tap into the unique point that he has that can ignite the unique point inside of me? Or do I need to go talk to Hashem? Right, for the same process. Sometimes in life, though, we need all three. We need our friends, we need the tzadikim, and we need Hashem Yitbarach to get through anything that we're going through. And I'm just really grateful to everybody. I had to say it, so again, thank you, and may you all be blessed. B'ezrat Hashem.